I'm nothing without my team players.
See, that's a boss.
I'm nothing without my team players.
That's a boss.
That's it.
That's a boss.
You know?
You don't think about
I don't.
Yes. Cheers.
Without them, bills don't get paid.
You gonna put a cup for that? You know what I'm saying? This is a dude that's with the people.
Absolutely.
The people's champion.
And it's funny you say that because, like you were saying before, welcome to episode 4, where we're gonna be talking about
Quattro.
people claiming to be bosses and they don't know how to be bosses. You heard?
Word, we just slip into a conversation.
Let's go into the rabbit hole.
Yeah. But hold on, before we go into that so deep, a lot of people claim to be bosses. And we've been hearing rap songs for many years. I'm a boss. Are some of these rappers bosses? Is anybody a boss that says they're a boss? Does anybody really have those particular things I was just talking about to be a good boss? To identify people and want to be in a good place and have a good support system in your business.
Wow, that's a good question.
Damn good question.
That's a good question. All right, boom. Brett, you want to go first?
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, we're in a culture right now where everybody throws that word around, I'm a boss. And I see a lot of people nobody wants to be a worker or a capo. They just want to go straight to the boss. It's levels. There's levels to be a boss, man. I mean, levels, man. I mean, being that you want me to start it off, I mean, if you don't mind, I'll give you a straight background story how I got started.
It's your show. Go for it.
Broadway.
It's definitely not my
Welcome.
show.
CTB.
Broadway, front stage. Go ahead.
Cut the bullshit.
I'm glad to be on this platform, and and I hope that if someone listens to everything that goes on today, they can actually learn something.
Yes, absolutely.
Name is Brendan Franklin.
Born and raised.
Was born in Far Rockaway. Moved out to Roosevelt. From Roosevelt straight to Old Bethpage. Rep 804 to the day I die. Straight up, I mean, high school, did the whole high school thing, graduated. Parents wanted me to go to college, tried it.
Did you go to Beach Channel High School?
No.
Okay.
No.
My bad. Continue.
I tried it. College just wasn't for me. I didn't like being a broke college student. Just wasn't for me.
I ain't like being no type of broke student.
So I just straight up got in the work field.
You make no money when you in college.
So I just got in the work field, started working. And I got into the hardware business. Security hardware business, doors, windows, security systems, keyless entry systems, doorware. I was doing that. I did it for 15 years, but I got into the business with a very small company called Secure Industries out in Long Island. I mean, I started from the bottom. I mean, I was in the warehouse, packing boxes, shipping stuff out UPS, sweeping the floor. I worked my way up. I mean, I got into sales from there, and I went from sales to being a manager to actually opening and closing the place for the owner. Okay. Worked for that man for 10 years, and I knew the business, and that was the reason why I figured let's do the background check on this and go back is because I tried to buy that company right when he was getting ready.
Before you buy the company, you was learning, you was soaking shit up. I
was a sponge.
You was from grassroots. You know what I'm saying? Just soaking shit up.
From
just thinking like, yo, boom, I'm learning. I could pull this shit off.
You was into what you was doing.
I was very into what I was doing.
Part of being a boss.
And I actually went to my.
How old were you?
At that time, I took that job when I was 23, and I worked for him from the time I was 23 to about 33.
So hold on, Brett.
10 years.
So you was like, yo, fuck college. I'm gonna go a different route.
I'm gonna work.
So therefore, when you were saying like, I'm not gonna do the college thing, whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my best, my all
100%.
into it. All right, continue.
100%. And I was also DJing at night. I was also a DJ. So I had two incomes coming in.
Nice. DJ.
I was DJing on the side.
I was DJing when I was a young blood. Yeah.
I was making really good money. You know, I was able to have my own apartment. I had my own apartment, living by myself. You know what I'm saying? I had a roommate at first, and then kind of like I had enough of that. I got my own spot. Yeah, but I worked. So I was working with this man for 10 years. We had a bond, and it was like a father figure to me. Taught me everything I needed to know about the industry, and he entertained the thought of me buying the company from him. He had a price. I went and secured a loan.
Loans.
I went and
remember
secured a
that,
loan.
y'all. Loans.
And then when I went back to him to make the final offer and close on the deal, he came back to me and said, business is business, and our competitor just bought my business for $100,000 more.
Part of the business, y'all.
So the reason why I said let's start here is because I learned, that was the very first lesson I learned in business. You have no friends in business.
He sold to the highest bidder.
You know, there's money talks. So I lost that, and I was heartbroken. I mean, I thought I was about to be 30-something years old. I was gonna have my own company. You know, this company made a lot of money. I was prepared. I was ready to go. You know, I was ready to put everything. I was gonna keep the name. I had the clientele. All the clients knew me. You know, I was gonna keep that business going. It was gonna be mine, and it got sold to the highest bidder. And that competitor who bought the business out offered me a job. And check this out. When he offered me a job, he didn't offer me the exact job that I had. He tried to offer me a job working in the warehouse. And I ain't working in no warehouse in 7 years. And it was like a real slap in my face. And
Yo, Brett.
That day, what's up? I'm sorry. What's up?
Boom. Yo, you talking to the dude. You work under him for 10 years.
10
right?
years.
You learning. You ready. You got your blueprint together. You got a plan. Right?
I had a whole business plan put together.
Yeah. So when things flip and you thought you was almost there and the situation flipped and you smelt it, you could almost taste it, but you didn't get it. What was the silver lining for you? What was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause your situation is like, I already peep it. You was like, all right. And I think, you know what I'm saying? You on this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You peeped the silver lining.
That's right.
Right? You was almost there. So with that, did that give you confidence? Well, with the fact that you almost secured the deal, right?
Yeah.
But it was just the highest bidder. But that right there, did that give you confidence to like, yo, I almost got this deal, so I could get any deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do it.
Well,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Where your mind was at, like, even though you didn't get it.
even though I didn't get it, and it was sold to the highest bidder, you know, I learned that lesson that day. That day, I learned that, you know, this guy told me everything. He said, I love you like a son, but at the end of the day, money's money, and business is business, and there's no friends in business.
You learned something.
That was my very first lesson in business, is that there is absolutely no friends in business. If you want to be a boss, you're going to do it on your own. You're going to learn on your own.
How you like me now? Don't funk the style.
So
you gotta learn on your own, especially these days. Learn on your own.
you got to learn on your own. So I secured, that didn't go through. So I fell into a very deep, dark place for like a couple months.
Nah, but technically, kid, Brett.
I felt hurt. I felt bad.
I felt hurt, but technically a loss is not, to me, a loss is not usually a loss because you can learn from a loss.
Absolutely.
If you can learn from that loss and get back, like, you the man.
You gotta go through these.
You know
losses.
what I'm saying?
Like
if you
gotta
can
go
learn
through these losses.
Yeah,
it's like places.
Like
Lessons.
winning, you can learn from winning all the time. Like, you can win. But if you don't know how to lose and come back, like, yo, so what you lose? But
how about this?
What up?
I failed my way to success.
But you learn. You learn
Yeah,
through
but
those.
listen to what I said. I failed my way to success.
Okay, and that's not nothing with
Like everything I was doing is not like, I was winning. But I became successful.
What you did through that failure, that what got you right here.
I absorbed like he did.
Yeah.
You know, like a sponge. Everything that I was interested in, everything that made me feel good, everything that I did that made me feel good. Yeah. Not just something visual, but something that I would actually do and be involved in that made me feel good about me.
Let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of people like, yo, you caught an L, right? You caught an L. Yeah, all right, I caught an L.
L's are lessons, man.
Thank you. Yo, Brett, there you go. Let's drink to that.
L's
Let's
is
drink to
lesson.
that
L's
right
a
there.
lesson, man.
L's is
Because
lesson,
that's,
man.
let's drink to that because that right there is a
You always
lesson in
learn.
itself.
You learn
Because
from an L.
yo, it's easy. You win, but yo, you lost. If you
L is also laughs. You can laugh about it later.
If you
Because you
could
learn something.
if you could get something out of that shit, you could salvage something out of that L.
So let me give you part two.
Boom.
So
Continue.
part two was it's a very small industry that I was working in. So a lot of people heard about what happened and what went down. People thought that I was going to buy the company, and they realized that I didn't get it. So all the other competitors were reaching out to me and offering me jobs. All right. So another company in New York City offered me a job, and I worked for them for about 5 years. And the owner I worked for was a nice guy. All right. But he had like these two managers, these two brothers, and we just never saw eye to eye. We just never saw eye to eye. They didn't like my style. They didn't like the way I moved. And it ended really bad. I got fired. I actually got fired. I worked for them for about 4 or 5 years. And I got fired. And it was the first time I ever got fired from a job. And on that day, that when I got fired, it was the best thing that ever fucking happened to me. It was the best fucking thing that ever happened to me.
Another lesson learned.
The very next fucking day, I said to myself, I'm looking at the ceiling from my bedroom, and I said, yo, I'm never going to work for another person ever again. I'm going to always work for myself from here on. So with that being said, I had like 15 years of a built-up 401k, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out what the fuck I'm going to do.
Yo, wait. So you
Hold
got
on, one second. Hold on.
So I had like 15 years of a 401k built up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sit the fuck home. I'm going to figure this shit the fuck out, what I want to do. What my next play is going to be, and I'm going to take my time and figure it out. So I took like a year. I took a year off. I didn't do shit for like a fucking year. For like a year. You know?
I'm curious about one thing before you, I don't mean to cut you off, but before you continue that story, I'm curious about one thing. Did your father give you because we didn't really, tell me about your father and his formula, whatever he taught you.
Well, my pops is an OG hustler from Uptown Harlem and the Bronx.
To be as confident as you are to make these decisions and be able to say, you know what?
I run everything by my
Hell
pops.
yeah, to gamble with your 401k?
I gamble.
Yeah, continue.
Gamble with it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's mine. Do what the fuck I want with it.
You bet on you.
I bet on me, man. I bet on me.
I want to hear your story.
And I met a dude who was an insurance broker, and my boy Adam Drake was an insurance broker. He was writing insurance, and they was like they was nice cars, living their life, you know what I'm saying, do what they want to do. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this out, you know. So I went to insurance school, got my insurance degrees, got my licenses here in the state of New York. I write life insurance, I write health insurance, and I can actually write travel insurance. That's actually still.
You don't always gotta go to college.
So I did that, and I started writing insurance, and I'm still writing insurance to this day. But I work for myself, man. I make my own hours. I have my license.
Big ups to that.
I have my license stated.
Work with yourself.
Yeah, man.
My insurance license is at 5 different companies here in the state of New York. So I could write policies for 5 different companies. So I work for myself, man. I'm a 1099 employee. I work for myself, man. I don't wake up. I don't answer to nobody. I do what the fuck I want, man.
That's dope, Brett.
You know, with these companies, you just got to keep writing policies for them, and they keep you around. You know, if you write a lot of policies for you, you know, they'll work with you, and you get a bigger cut on your percentage and all of that. So I've been doing that since 2015. So I still hold my licenses. I still write a lot of policies, but I still wanted more, man. I still wanted more. I still fucking wanted more.
A boss don't settle.
I wanted more in life, man. I wanted more, man. I wanted everything. I want everything, man. So
I want the world.
I want it all, bro. I wake up every morning and I say to myself, what can I do today to make my portfolio bigger? You You know, that's how
you think?
That's how I think, man.
Okay.
That's how I think.
All right.
How can I make my portfolio bigger? How can I what can I do next? What's my next play? What's my next move? You know, I'm not a stagnant nigga, bro.
Sean
you know what I'm saying?
Shit right there.
I want to keep. I always want more, man. I always want more for myself, you know. And I always want more for my brothers that are around me. You know
and you got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable when you're moving like that.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, on my 40th birthday, I wanted to have a big party. How I got into the catering hall industry. My 40th birthday, I wanted to get into. I wanted to have a big party for all my family and friends, you know. So I was doing my homework. I was going to all these places, all these halls and everything. Excuse me. I was going to all these halls and everything. And they was throwing out all these prices and shit. How much a Friday night costs, how much a Saturday night costs. And I was like, what? You're telling me 8-9 hours, that's how much I got to pay you for 8-9 hours just to hang out?
Interesting.
So I said, fuck this. I said, I'm opening up a hall, man. I'm opening up an event space / catering hall. That's exactly what I want. So I found a realtor, and I said, I'm going to do it in Queens. And I found an abandoned one. I put some money into it. I secured another loan.
Whoa. You put your money.
Hold on. We going too fast. Too fast.
You put your money.
You got to rewind that some of those things.
I remember you earlier. You said that you got a loan. So I guess you already used that loan. Or did
I didn't use that loan.
So
on that first one, I did not lose that loan. I did not use it.
So you used some of that money to once you got the space.
No. Again, I took another gamble on myself and I borrowed the money from my 401k again.
Wow.
Again.
Listen. You know what your 401k is? It's when you become an old nigga.
Gamble.
And then he gonna be a good old nigga right here.
And I secured another loan.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're watching. If you're watching, I hope you're learning something.
And I secured another loan. Also, so and that loan got paid back already.
Who's playing Monopoly? He playing for all his money.
So, but let me tell you something, man. To do all of this shit, man, your credit is wealth. You can go somewhere and say you want something. You got to fill out an application with these people. You know what I'm saying? If it's through a real estate company, you got to fill out an application. They're gonna look up your credit score. All right, credit is wealth, man. Credit is wealth. All right, I can tell you right now what my credit score is, and it's nice. All right, like I could walk into any dealership and get any car I want. You know what I'm saying? Credit is wealth, man. And I ain't learned that shit until later on in life, man. I ain't learned that shit till later on in life.
Pay my doctor bills, man.
You know, you gotta pay your bills and gotta pay your bills on time, and you gotta fix your credit. You know, I meet a lot of people all the time and say, "Oh man, my credit's really messed up. I gotta pay this person to help me." You ain't gotta pay nobody to fix your credit.
What they trying to do? If they trying to fix their credit though.
Let me tell you this: you go to the bank, all right, and you get a copy of your credit score through the bank. You can do it on your app. All right, I can pull up my credit score right now on my app and tell you exactly what it is. All right, you can do that, and you can find out who you owe money to, and you call those companies up 9 out of 10 times, man. They'll negotiate what you owe them. Pay that shit right off.
Wow, that's the shortcut.
Pay that shit right off. What do you mean you got to pay somebody to fix your credit? What kind of bullshit is that?
You just heard what Brett just said?
What kind of bullshit is that?
Fuck going to
cut the bullshit. CTB.
That's cutting the bullshit.
Leave a comment if you like. Subscribe if you don't.
The bullshit.
Change the channel.
Is getting rid of the middleman and get your Credit Karma on. Find out who you owe. Hit these dudes up.
Let's figure this out and let's make this.
No banging the table, sir. Please don't bang the table.
Oh shit.
Excuse me.
I didn't even do it that. All right.
So with that being
that
being said, your credit is wealth,
you
man.
niggas say, yo, but I ain't say dominoes.
Rade is here, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what to expect. The unexpected with Rade sometimes, but it's all good.
Woo-ha.
So like I said, your credit is wealth, man. I mean, if you got bad credit, man, you ain't gonna do shit in life, man.
Yeah.
You got bad credit, you just a
I'm working on it.
You know what I'm saying? The bum on the move.
And I help you, man. Whatever you got to do, man, we'll figure it out, bro.
It's about teamwork, so we working on it.
Listen, you got some income, you can fix that credit.
That's it, man.
So dead it.
Credit is wealth, man. You know, Jay-Z dropped them bars in that album 444.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Real, though. If you got that,
credit is godly, man.
Yeah, man. If you got some credit, you can fix that shit, man. Stop playing. Stop buying them.
But the next thing I want to say is,
stop going to Flight Club and buying them sneakers, man.
You know, a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. It just takes a little bit of ambition, a little bit of hard work to master your dreams, man. Whatever you want to do, man, you just gotta go get it, man.
Yo, Brett,
go get that shit, man.
That's a part of the DNA, but at the same time, I believe you gotta know, you gotta have what you just said. Everything, you gotta have that integrity. That you gotta have that shit. I mean, I'm sorry, that's the wrong word. Integrity. You gotta have that pedigree. You gotta have that thirst. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you just gotta know.
That's why I asked him
what you want. What you want to do.
What was his upbringing? What was his father's teaching? What was the formula your father gave you before, you got to these points?
Well, I was lucky to have I still have my parents in my life. I was lucky to grow up in a very good household.
Big ups to them, man. I met his parents. They're beautiful people. Shout out to his parents.
I grew up in a happy home. I lived a really good life. My father worked hard. I said before, my father was an uptown dude. My father, what I'm saying, he played in the streets a little bit. He ran with a crew uptown.
Because in reference to what he was saying, like, I don't mean to cut you, sorry, but like, I guess a lot of people didn't have those parents.
Yeah.
Not even just having the parents, but having the parents with the knowledge or even experience.
Yeah.
But it can be like this, not experience just in one thing, but we're talking about kind of like an rounded, mindset, because it's all about a mindset.
It's all going to come full circle. It's all going to come full circle. So,
talk to them.
My pops was a good dude. He worked in the MTA. He started as a mechanic, went up to a foreman, and then he became the head of the MTA. He was the head superintendent of the New York City Transit Authority. He did that for 30 years. But my father always had a side hustle. My dad owned brownstones in Brooklyn. On Marcy Ave, he had 2 brownstones in Brooklyn, and he used to take me there and make me sweep the steps. He used to make me take out the garbage. He used to make me paint. When he had a new tenant come in, he didn't...
What year was this? Back when?
Back when I was a young kid. I'm talking like 13, 14, 15 years old. My father owned these brownstones, 2 brownstones back to back.
Downtown Brooklyn?
No, he was near the Marcy Projects over there. He had these 2 brownstones, and he would take me there, and he would make me clean the place up. A new tenant would come in. He would make me paint. Me and him would be in there painting. You know what I'm saying? Had to put new carpet down. Be me and him pulling up the old carpet. I'm like, yo, don't you gotta pay people to do this? He's like, no, I got you.
You know. Talking.
So my pops put that in me, and I always knew. My pops always had a side hustle. So it was in me to be my own boss. It was in me to work for myself.
Wow. So yo, check it. All right, that's like. All right, that's dope. That's your parents grooming you.
Yeah, my pops was.
That's dope. That's right. That's dope right there.
And I'm grateful for all of that. I have a lot of friends that don't have their fathers in their life. I'm grateful that my father's still in my life to this day. I can always pick up the phone to this day and I can get some advice from that man. But he put that hustle in me. He put that structure. He put that pedigree, and he put that DNA in me too.
From what you telling me, what you telling us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm peeping. You know what I'm saying, the breadcrumbs and shit, and to like to where you are right now. That's dope, and you know what I'm saying. Like it starts from the foundation.
It does.
And here you are, pow. That's not no abracadabra shit.
So getting back to the hall, I wanted this hall. I wanted to do it. So I put the work in. It took me a couple months to get the place up and running. Proper paperwork, proper documents with the state and everything. Went and got my limited liability company, LLC. I got that up and running. Went to the bank. Sat down with the bank, told them what I wanted to do, opening up an account, business account and everything. And it took me about 4 months in 2018, I took the place over. In 2019, March of 2019, I got the place up and running. And it took off. it took off, man. It really took off.
Nice.
That's dope. That's dope.
Blessings to you, man. I hope everything like really continues to work.
Yeah.
You know, CTB, cut the bullshit. Like I said, we talking about being a boss. And this is my man Brent, and I appreciate you, you know, for giving me the opportunity to even, you know,
Yeah, man.
Work and make some money. You know,
And Cook worked by me, man. And I remember when Cook was going through his thing, right? We going everywhere. I know we going everywhere.
yeah, it's all good. It's the barbershop,
we're
man.
trying
Welcome to the barbershop, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, we trying
CTB,
to
cut the
piece it
bullshit.
together, but I know we
That's
going
the,
everywhere. But Cook,
That's what barbershops do.
Cook was part of the team, man.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit.
I'm just gonna put something in the background. CTB, if you like what you're seeing, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe, please. And if you don't, feel free to change the channel.
Yo,
You heard?
I wanna wow, I said Brett, your story is good. You'll come up, you know what I'm saying, and do all that everything.
yeah, I could lose it all tomorrow, but I got the ambition to build that shit back together. I
Yeah.
got the hustle and I got the drive to put it all back together. And whatever my next move is gonna be, you know, I may not listen. I don't own the building, you know. I have a lease, you know, and that's another thing that I learned in business. You know, if you want to be a real boss, you gotta own the building that you work out of. You gotta own the
That's
building you
another
work
level.
out of.
There's levels to this shit,
There's
nigga.
levels to this shit.
That's why.
There's
That's
levels
why
to
these
this,
rappers
man.
going on.
So-
Come on, man.
They copyrights, right?
It is. It's levels to this.
So my next, you know, I'm gonna do this. I got another year on the lease. You know what I'm saying? If business picks up, you know, we had the pandemic, and I was closed for a full year because of the pandemic. You know, and I just got everything back up and running. A lot of my competitors went out of business during that pandemic.
Pandemic was tough.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought that up because as of now, if you think about the time, right? The pandemic started March 11th, 2020.
And we were shut down for a full year from
March
March
11th, 2020.
Streets was empty.
Theaters were shut down. Restaurants were shut down. Gyms were shut down.
Closed.
I was in a state of order. I think I was in disbelief. I had a moment that I was in disbelief with this. I thought it was gonna be like just a couple weeks. Just a couple weeks and we were right back at it, girl.
I was
Feel me?
prepared, bro.
Y'all couldn't even get no pussy at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, man, cause yo, that's how, yo, my mic went off, man. What the
My
fuck?
bad.
Fix my mic, man.
Sound a little loud, that's all.
Okay, you know what I'm saying though. That's how pandemic it affected people being intimate with each other. You dig what I'm saying? That's how it fall, but that's another story. You know what I'm saying? But pandemic just threw a lot of shit off. Friendships, intimacy, money, businesses.
So you say businesses, so think about this, you know, people who have businesses, man, no income coming in.
Yeah.
You got payroll.
So Brett, how you survived it?
How'd I survive? Real talk. I still have my lunch money since the 3rd grade, bro.
Wow.
And
Lunch money.
This man has no
let me
addictions.
tell you something. There's a saying, you gotta save for a rainy day, bro.
Yo, this nigga had no addictions. You got all the lunch money.
I was ready for that. I was ready. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
For them rainy
I
days.
ain't gonna sit up here. I ain't gonna sit
I
up
love
here
you
in
for
front.
real.
I ain't gonna sit up here in front. There's only so long that you can hold off. There's only so long. There's only so long you can hold off. So it got to a point where I couldn't pay people, and we had to shut down. And I couldn't pay I got to a point where y'all was still paying back people that paid for events. I was giving them their money back during the pandemic.
I remember.
I was giving them back their money. We're talking about months in advance, like 6 months out. I was paying back everyone
That was a good move right
their
there.
money.
In
Because
hindsight.
I knew that in due time,
In
this
hindsight.
pandemic was gonna end, and I wanted those customers to come
Yeah,
back.
being
And I
greedy
wanted to remember.
wouldn't have worked out for you.
I wanted them to remember that Boulevard vendor gave me back all their money.
Yo, yeah, so in hindsight,
He was there. He was there.
You know
when
what?
people were pulling up in and like crying, like, "Yo, can we get our money back?" And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna give you back your money." But it got to a point where I couldn't do that no more. And people saying, you know, go out and get these loans from the state. Yo, you gotta pay that shit back, bro.
in hindsight, that was a good.
You gotta pay that shit back. I didn't take nothing from the state, bro. I took one small loan, it was $2,000, and I paid the utility bill with it. Literally, I just paid the utility bill. So
You pay the people.
But I paid the people out of my own money. But the small couple thousand I got from the state, I paid the utility bill just to keep the lights on. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty sure
So
that those times for a lot of people was tough to keep.
Oh, it's tough.
With their lights, with their gas, with this, that, and third.
On our block, but the two shops closed down. You know.
And I don't mean to cut you, but I think this is gonna be probably the last time that I even bring up the pandemic on my podcast, because I think that I really just want to just kind of like stay on easy street. I never want to try to tap in these dark moments. You know, like this podcast is gonna be something just kind of organic, like a barbershop vibe, and I don't want nobody to feel offended in any type of way. It's all just about love and education. Definitely the pandemic was tough on everybody. We lost a lot of people, and God bless everybody and anybody who lost anybody. You know, my condolences to y'all. CTV, we cut the bullshit over here, and we're gonna give you straight facts and whatever you need to hear. We hope we can say it nicely, but I hope you get something out of this. You heard?
Yeah, we drinking and talking shit, but you know, at the end of the day, we trying to drop some knowledge. We trying to drop some knowledge and drop some gems. That's. You told me to come on here, and I'm like, you know what?
Each episode, we dropping that knowledge and gems.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna drop a couple.
Financial education. You know, financial education is important.
Absolutely.
Don't be
knowledge. You heard?
Absolutely.
Understanding that even if you don't have the support system when you're growing up in your home, these days, don't make yourself a victim, man. Look something up. You want to be something. You want to be somebody.
Read something. Man.
Read something.
Read something.
Yeah,
I remember you was sitting in my office at the hall, and you was going through your thing. Right? You was going through your thing, and what I said to you, you was like, yo, I don't know what I want to do. I want to open up my own shop. So I said, so why don't you just do it? Like, well, I said, yo, that's the problem, man. Stop saying well.
And I'm at a position in my life where people might say this is a late time for me. But fuck what anybody has to say.
It's a right time. Fuck that.
It is what, as an individual, it is what you.
Yo, I broke it down to you. I told you everything that you need to do.
The right time.
I said, go look for a space. Figure out what your finances are. I said, call my PNC guy.
Yes.
I said, call my PNC guy.
Shout out to that.
Lock in a liability insurance for the spot.
Yes.
And I said, just go do it, man. Figure it out. I said, the money.
Well,
If
man,
it's a money
Cook
thing,
had a vision.
I said, if it's a money thing, Cook, we'll figure it out.
Cook got
And
a
here
vision.
we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Cook got a
CTV
vision.
Studios.
Vision.
Cook the Barbershop. Follow us.
My whole point here is that, you know what I'm saying, if you really want to do something, you just gotta get off your ass and go do it, man. You just gotta go and do it, man. You can't be sitting there talking and dreaming. Yo, dreamers don't get fed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Workers get fed. Alright? You could dream all day and
Powerful
dream
shit right here. This is
Dreaming.
powerful shit, man. This is powerful shit.
Dreaming is only gonna set you back.
put you to sleep, bro. That's all dreamers gonna do is put you to sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get off your ass and you gotta
Dreamers woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of
Woulda,
those.
coulda, shoulda.
I know a lot of those.
Woulda,
So you know,
coulda, shoulda.
I saw you was working for me, you was a part of the team, you was working there, and I said, yo, do what you gotta do, man. I said, even if you gotta take some time off from here, Cook, I said, go do your thing. I'll get someone to replace
And
you.
we doing this at the time, at the toughest period
Absolutely.
of our life,
Yes,
with all these people and all this pressure with the pandemic,
that's right.
where we have to. I remember first starting, when the first time I started working with you,
Yeah.
I had to pat people down. I had to play the, pat people down, make sure they had weapons. I had to ask for fucking.
Not for every party, certain parties.
Yeah, not every party, but it was still a position that I didn't want to be in, but safety first.
Gotta do the job.
And I said, yo, hey, you wanna make some money? I said, I got an opportunity for you. Let's make some money, man. Let's make some money. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about sharing, man. I want everybody to eat.
Let's
bro.
make some money, man.
I want everybody to eat, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If you watch my podcast on the street, we had a gentleman who came up to, he's like, money's everywhere. Cut the bread. Cut the bullshit. Like this, money is everywhere.
It is.
I mean, I'm not saying it's easy to get it, but it is everywhere.
It is everywhere.
You gotta get it.
You gotta want it. You gotta want it. All right, you can't dream shit. You gotta
want it and figure it out.
And let me tell you, if you want something hard enough, you will figure it out. You You will figure it out. If you want something really, really hard, and you want to
Yo, I'm
manifest
learning
something
something tonight, yo.
You gonna make it happen, man.
Yo,
Winners are gonna win.
Brett.
Winners are gonna win. I remember that.
Nah,
Yo,
so
there's
on some real
losers.
shit,
There's dudes that's gonna be
I'm
losers their whole
talking,
life.
And
There's
I'm
gonna be-
learning right now.
There's gonna be dudes that are winners and they're just gonna win, man. They're
That's
always
what's
gonna
up.
get to another level. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, yo, listen, this whole if the pandemic hit again, I don't know if I'd
And
be
you a
able to make
dude
it
like
through.
me.
Like
We had
You a dude like
pandemic
me.
was stopped at one point, and then they said there was gonna be a second wave.
Yes.
This is how we ended up now here. I just said 2020,
Yeah.
and here we are now 2022.
But keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? Even if that ends tomorrow for me,
They just lifted.
if that ends tomorrow for me, right? I already know what my plan B is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I want to get into real estate. I want to buy foreclosed homes, and I want to fix them up. I want to flip them. My boy Joe out in Long Island is doing it, and he's doing it big right now. You know what I'm saying? So I already know what my next.
Do me a favor, one time. Let the people know where they can find you, and
You can find me on Instagram at Boulevard Venue.
tell them what you can do for them.
What can I do for? Oh, and also you can reach out to me. You can reach out to me, and I do estate planning. I do life insurance, big life insurance policies for business owners and also common folks. I've been doing that for many years. I can help you out. I can help protect you and your family in case of an emergency. You know, life insurance is big, man. A lot of people walk around in this world, man. They don't have it, man. And if you have a family and you love your family, you should protect your family. You know, and life insurance is something that you need to do. Something that you need to do. It's a priority. But you can reach out to me. Inbox me. I'll make it happen for you.
I'm definitely gonna put your information.
If I can't help you, I'll put you in the right path for someone that can help you.
You know, on the real, man, I hear your story, Brett. And my mom's was a boss of herself. You know what I'm saying?
She was a tough woman.
Tough woman at that time.
I got
Because, she was a boss of herself because she shared the story with me real quick that I didn't even know. Like, oh shit, word? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she bought the property at both of them bought the property at 274 Woodbine Street. But we had a property.
They talking about his father and his mother.
Yeah.
They owned property when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I used to walk in front of his house on my way to school. Ladies and gentlemen, in case I never shared this information, I know this man since I was in 3rd grade. And here we are now, sharing vibes and exploring and learning and giving you guys something to really like.
And she told me, yeah, man, she told my mom told me some shit that blew my mind. She was like, yo, because you know what I'm saying, you know what the deal is. We both, you know what I'm saying, my parents both the crib 274 Woodmont Street, but we had the opportunity. My mom had both of them they bought the crib, but they had the opportunity to buy the house next door. Even though back in the days, like you talking about like boom.
So they missed out in the moment to buy the house.
89, like we had an opportunity, but my mom, she bought, you know what I'm saying?
So what held them back? Was it a fear factor?
My pops. That's what I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
My pops. My mom's is like, yo, like they bought the crib, even though you know how the house look like now.
Yeah.
Right? But back then, it didn't look like that. So my pops was like, yo.
That's one thing. Every time I went to his crib, they always renovated the structure of the interior of the building. You know, like the room was over there, and the door entrance was over there, but now there's an entrance over here.
Shit changed up. You feel me? So boom. My mom was showing me like, yo, you know, we had a chance to buy this house right next door to us. I said, word? When you talking about 88. Now we talking about in Bushwick, most of these houses is valued at 1 million, maybe 1.5, 1.5, maybe 2, depending on what you put in and shit.
Did you identify that as a kid? being a kid, living in your mom's home, did you identify the value in owning a home?
Nobody. I mean, not my friend.
17, 18, 19.
Nah.
At 17, 18, 19 years old, your father owned property.
Yes.
Did you identify that at 14, 15, that how important it was to be there in that position of knowing to own property?
I'm gonna tell you this. When I moved out of my parents' house at about the age of 22, first thing my father said to me was like, "Where you going?" I was like, "Well, I got this little apartment."
At 22.
At 22, I was like, "I got this little."
You wanted to be out.
I wanted to be out. That's not enough. Come on.
Did you even understand you didn't want to be a burden on them?
I didn't. Listen, it was enough. You outgrow the nest, man. It's time to go. You know what I'm saying?
Did you watch the Cosby Show? It was like,
No.
You gotta get out. Like after college, like.
Yo, I'm DJing. I'm a young kid. I'm DJing. I'm trying to bring chicks home. I can't bring chicks back to my parents' house, dude. Like it was just like, come on. I got two younger brothers behind me.
22.
And I respect my parents. I'm not gonna do that in their house. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go. So I remember the first thing my dad dropped a gem to me on my way moving out the door. He was like, "Where you going?" I was like, "Well, me and my boys got an apartment around the block."
Wow. It's
And he's like, "You gonna go in an apartment?" He's like, "Did you save your money?"
Let's
Because
stop the music for this. Hold on. So we got an apartment.
interesting that you say that, because I'm the flip
How
side to
did
what
your
you're
father
saying.
react to that?
I'm flip side to what you're saying.
my father didn't like it. My father said to me, "How?" He's like, "Did you save? So you've been living in my house for all these years. What did you save your money?" And I was like, "A little bit." And he said to me, "Well, how about you go and buy yourself your own place?" And they dropped right there. My pops always into me having my own place. Like, go buy a condo, go buy a house. That's
how many siblings you have?
I got two younger brothers behind me.
Okay.
So my father was like, he dropped a gem, and he was like, "Well, you know,
He's
you're
the
paying
oldest?
rent." He's like, "You're making someone else rich. You know that, right?" And I was like, "Well, you know, it is what it is." And he was just like,
Are you the oldest?
I am the oldest.
Okay.
I am the oldest. I missed that question. I'm sorry.
I'm the oldest too.
I'm the oldest. I got two younger brothers behind me. I'm not gonna drop their government on here, but
Okay.
I got two younger brothers behind me. And that was a knowledge my dad dropped to me. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna go make someone else rich? All right, no problem." And I remember all the time I was going back and forth. My dad's like, "So when you gonna buy a house?
Bullshit.
When you gonna buy a house?
Bullshit.
When you gonna buy a condo?"
Oh, boss.
So fast forward, I'm 30-something years old. I bought my first house. out in Long Island. I was there for a couple of years.
Well, look, don't fast forward that because when I first met you,
Yeah.
and I visited you at an event.
I always invite you.
And I visited you at an event over here in Richard, Queens.
Okay.
I remember going to the event. We had the backyard set up
That's right.
nicely.
That's right.
I still go by that place, and every time I go by that place, I think about the event.
Yeah.
Because it was a good night.
Great night.
Drinks were available, people,
Every time you're with me, it's a great night. You know that. You know how I get down. You know how I get down.
But yeah, when I went in there, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And the party was dope.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the party was about, but I know the party was dope. We had a couple conversations. The vibe was crazy. Like at the moment, at the time, back then, to be honest, like I wasn't even your barber.
No, you wasn't.
And we just had a good vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the people there were great. I was like, wow, this is nice.
Yeah.
You know? You had lights. You had fucking everything.
It was nice.
You had like some outside oven that was cooking the food that was making. You had all these flavors and all these different dishes, and it's always been like that every time I go to one of your events.
We know how to entertain. We know how to entertain.
Yo, let me.
Ladies in the party.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I know you talking.
Life goes on in the middle of a lot of things. But in the middle of a good conversation, somebody wants to ask you, pass the blunt.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to be like, he goes to the table.
You know? But yeah, no, it was a dope event.
My bad.
I remember having a dope
You go to all my events. All my events. And when I moved out, when I bought my first house on Long Island, you came to that event.
Yeah.
You know, and you was at my house that I'm at now.
Oh. Yes.
You know, the house I'm at now.
And you know, in that first event that I went there, I wasn't doing the show. But I was moving around with cameras. I was tapping into practicing the idea of filming and becoming, again, tapping into different things, learning different things, right? Shout out to the non-graduate.
Yo, non-graduate is not a bad thing, y'all.
I didn't graduate from high school.
Let me point that out.
Right? I didn't graduate from high school.
It's not a bad thing. Because some motherfuckers go to school and come out with a bill, even though they succeeded and completed and getting their degree. Versus my man Greg figuring out like,
Check it out.
I got this.
So
I got this plan.
As a non-graduate, these ideas, not that I didn't want to graduate. I wanted to graduate. I tried. I went to different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't have these particular influences, a father figure, and ideas of building businesses or having knowledge about real estate, having knowledge about owning your own, you know?
Yeah.
And this is the main thing that I think is important. Owning your own, having your own,
Absolutely.
making your own decisions,
Building equity.
You know,
Building equity, man.
I think it's very important.
Owning your own home, building equity. It really don't cost much to own your own home, man. You can there's different type of loans. There's FHA loans. There's first time homeowner loans. There's minority loans. You know, you just clean up your credit, bro. If you clean up your credit, you can do anything you want, man. You go to the bank, you figure it out. Get someone to help you and you figure it out.
This is not the American dream. This just like a dream. It doesn't have to be the dream for everybody, I believe. Right?
It's true.
But if it's your dream, anything else. Live it out.
Live it out, man.
And you only have
dreaming.
You only have until you die, man. Shout outs to Gary Vee, a particular individual off the street asked him, give me 3 words. And he said, you're gonna, I think it's 3 words or 4 words? You're gonna die tomorrow. You're gonna die tomorrow. I think it was 4 words. Give me 4 words. You're gonna die tomorrow.
Well, I'm gonna give you another one. I'm gonna give you another one. You are only gonna be as successful as the people you speak to on a daily basis. Remember that.
Let me correct myself.
You will only be as successful as the people that you speak to on a daily basis. That means that if you're speaking to a motherfucker that ain't doing shit with their life every day, that ain't gonna help you, my friend.
Let's take a step back and
You are only as strong. You are only gonna be as successful as your network.
I gotta correct myself.
Meet people. Go to things. If you have a passion for something, like you have a passion for cutting hair, all right? Go to every hair convention. You know what I'm saying? Do these things, barber conventions. Go to it. You know what I'm saying? If that's what your passion is, you gotta go out there and you gotta go make it, man. Whatever your passion is, you gotta school yourself on it, man. Learn. You know what I'm saying? Go out and get it. I know we drinking and I'm mumbling and shit like that.
I'm gonna correct myself. Let me correct myself.
I'm on my third Henny.
I don't want.
You are talking.
We drinking and talking shit.
Boss talks.
You know, but
So
whatever your passion is, man, you gotta
keep dropping them gems, Brett.
So early, I just said it a second ago. It was 4 words.
I'm a little tipsy.
I said it was 4 words, but Gary Vee told this one individual, right? Gary Vee. If you guys don't know who Gary Vee is, Gary Vaynerchuk, and a lady walked up to Gary Vaynerchuk's cab. You guys should check it out.
Who the fuck is Gary Vaynerchuk?
Check it out when you get a chance.
We gonna know after we leave here.
Okay.
This lady walked up to Gary Vaynerchuk's cab and said, "Gary, I love you. You're such a big inspiration. Can you give me 3 words?" He goes, "You're gonna die."
Oh shit! What the fuck? WTF?
Yeah. And the second he said that, for me, I was like, "Of course."
Who the fuck is
Of
Gary?
course.
Don't waste that time.
Don't waste your time.
Oh, that's how you.
Aim at your target.
Don't waste
Aim
your
at your
time.
target.
Don't waste your time.
Try to hit your target. Like, I'm not perfect
Make sure
at this
you
right
don't
now.
miss,
I've been
though.
saying this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm by myself. I don't have a team behind these cameras working these cameras. I got to get up. If you see me earlier, I just got up to make sure these cameras are working properly. So this show has quality. You feel me? You know? I got people in the background sleeping.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect.
Leave that man alone, man.
But I'm going to cut this out.
Yeah, he was working with me till about 3 o'clock in the morning last night, man.
He was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get a pass, Mr. Perfect.
He was working with me till 3 a.m. in the morning. I didn't get home till 4. I didn't get home till 4. So
No excuses, man. Stop
working.
making excuses, man.
Those are facts. Those are facts.
Stay fly.
Leave that man alone.
All right, Mr. Perfect.
So now, I
listen.
think, so wrapping this, I'm not saying wrapping it up, but I'm just saying, you know, if you got a passion for something, man, you got to get off your ass.
Yeah.
You got to go get it,
Shout
man.
out to Gary.
Because
Vee.
ain't nobody gonna do nothing for you.
Ain't nobody coming to tell you that you fucking up.
No, and nobody's gonna tell you.
You're lucky if you got somebody.
Ain't
to tell
nobody
you.
gonna help you.
Well, hold on, son. I think that was like a subliminal message.
No, that was
Brett.
This is spontaneous moment.
You know, and I got to, you know, there was a small debate. You know, some people, you know, I meet all kinds of people. You know, I own a business in Queens, so I meet a lot of people. People come to the door, and you know, a lot of people say, "Oh man, you got a beautiful place, man. I want to own something like this."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, so go do it, man. He's like, I ain't really got the money. And I look down on him. The man's got like he got a $25,000 Rolex on his arm.
Whoa.
He got $25,000 Rolex on his arm. And you telling me you wanna own a business? There's your business right there, bro. There go your business right there,
right
bro.
there on his wrist.
There go your business right there. You know.
Stop the music, nigga. Stop clubbing.
Stop
Stop
it,
drinking.
bro.
Stop.
Violent.
Yo, stop trying to impress women that are most likely broke.
Word, right?
All right, think about that. All right, you got a lot of dudes out here trying to impress people that are broke, bro.
Anytime.
Yeah, you going to real left on this, man.
Nah, I ain't going left.
But I'm saying, yo, you hustling backwards, bro. Yo, I didn't get my first real watch. Until I bought my first home. All right, I didn't get my first real big boy watch until I owned my first home. All right, so why would I go out and I spend $20,000-$30,000 on a watch and I'm still paying rent? That don't make no goddamn sense. You hustling backwards, brother. You're hustling back. You go sit down with an accountant and he sees that you spent that money on a watch and you don't own no home and you don't own no equity or nothing. So you don't have a real estate portfolio. You hustling backwards, bro. You a dummy, bro. That's just me. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion out there. Like, you know, I didn't. Real talk, man. Y'all, a lot of dudes out there hustling backwards, man. Y'all gotta get y'all shit together, bro. If you want to be a real boss, man, yo, put a business plan together. Fix up your credit, and you can go to any bank, man, and you can get anything you want, man.
But let me tell you, Brent, I totally agree with you, right? But the fact is, there's a lot of fear factors involved with some of these things that we,
Sure.
you and I, and others find easy. Or not easy, because nothing is easy.
Nothing's easy.
But
if you lack ambition, I can understand why a lot of people stay stagnant in life. You know, a lot of people who don't have any ambition whatsoever,
we go back to that idea.
and they get very content. They get very content in the lifestyle that
I
they
have a
live.
dad, but you did. But still, we both have ambitions.
You gotta have ambition, man. If you, it's very easy to get content in life. You know what I'm saying? You can hit the clock, go work for another man, go get a paycheck, and you can hit that clock. You can be content with it. You know what I'm saying? When I got fired, it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. The greatest thing that ever happened to me, because it said to me I wasn't happy. I was waking up every morning, I'm gonna go work for someone, and I wasn't happy. I was done doing that shit. And I said to myself, I'm gonna work for myself till the day I motherfucking die. That's it. I'm never working for anybody ever again. I don't care if I meet a CEO of some company and he says to me, come work for me. I'm gonna say, you know what? How about I be a consultant for you? How about I sign a contract with you and I be a consultant for you? And you pay me that way. I ain't working for nobody ever again, B.
So you walked the line in the sand that day.
Dead ass, bro.
So listen, man, I'm gonna take this moment because we're talking about business, and I'm grateful to be here. I own my own business now. Thank you.
Round of applause for that. I watched that happen, bro. I watched all of that happen, yo.
And the reason I say that right now, right, because you did watch it happen.
I watched it all happen, bro. I
But
talked you through everything.
I'm gonna take a specific moment right now and give a big shout out to my brother.
Cause just the other day, it's like, yo, you know, you ain't listening to me. You know, when other people say something, you know, you hit them. Somebody else said it, but I told you that before. You know, like, I love you, my brother. Shout out to G, General G.
Good people. Good people.
Follow him on Instagram. I love you, G. And I do listen. You know? And we moving into good places.
That's right.
And
sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit, man. Yeah, I sat there and watched you write everything on Post-its, bro. Inside, every time you took a lunch break or something, or you went inside, you were writing little notes down. Like, what you doing, bro? He's like, I'm just writing some things that I gotta do. And then I realized he was literally putting everything. Every time I told you something, you wrote it down. I told you to call my insurance guy, get your liability insurance.
And the reason
I said, call.
G told me some things before that, right?
I said, call up Con Ed.
I was like,
call up Con Ed and set, even though you ain't going to the building yet, I said, call up Con Ed and set up them coming to set up the lights and everything and turn on the power. He said, all right, I did that. I said, all right, start looking for all your chairs and all your hardware and everything that you need for the place. Get all that going.
And the thing is, I already was.
Yeah.
But you gave me the greatest advice anybody could hear, but I was already there too.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for individuals around me who could tap into the same thing. So that
we all got it in us, man.
Yeah, like the more you can surround yourself with individuals with this same mentality, the better off you are.
It's all about your network, right? Man. It's all about your network. Who you meet, who you talk to.
I took a moment with my brother before this whole idea, right? And he was like, yo, because this was a moment that I made a decision to do because of a particular incident that didn't fall good with me. But my brother always like, listen, do the math. How much do you need for the chair? Right? How much do you need for this?
Yep.
How much do you need for that? You know? Now we talking about business, boss shit, right? Ultimately, this podcast tonight, my man Brent had to explain in his own words how to be a boss. And me and my brother shared that moment. We was just talking about finances and, you know, just going over things and knowing how to put it in paper and do the multiplication and figure out exactly what do you need.
Pros and cons.
For starting costs.
Right.
You know?
What's the red line?
Right.
What do you need?
I didn't have a father, ladies and gentlemen. And I love my mom. She was there all the time. But sometimes they're not there to give you this type of information.
Yeah.
You
got to meet. You got to network.
Yeah.
You're only gonna be as successful as your network.
And today you got fucking internet that gives you whatever you want to learn, man.
Facts.
You don't even gotta go to college. I said this in the other show. Like, you don't even gotta go to college. Like, you don't gotta wait. You don't gotta pay nobody to show you how to learn how to play guitar or how to write out.
Figure that shit out, right?
Some shit. Yeah. Stop making excuses. Stop making yourself a victim. Like, oh my God.
Stop being content. Stop being lazy.
Yeah. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Right?
Facts, man.
Stay fly. You know?
Stay fly.
Stay fly. CTB, man, we cut the bullshit, yo. Shout out my man Rade. Shout out to my man Brent. Follow us, man. If you like, subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me how you feel about this whole idea of fake bosses out there. They talk that fake bullshit, but they don't really know how to be bosses or know what it takes to be a boss.
Yo, man, I got some steps tonight, man. Review it.
A lot of gems are dropping this room, I guess, right?
Yeah, tonight, I mean, yo, we always trying to try to drop gems.
Yeah, this was fun, man. This was real fun.
You know what I mean?
I don't.
It's a dude
This
that
is my day off.
actually
It's
did
my day off,
and
man.
is to continue to do it.
This is my day off, and it was a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
I know.
I appreciate you coming, man.
I don't do nothing on Sundays, but
guys,
hang out with my dog, man.
It was good, man. I learned something tonight, man.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, man.
This is my guy, Brent.
Yeah, y'all. CTV.
Episode 4, if you didn't know,
It's a pleasure, man.
last episode we had him talking about boxing.
That was another hustle I did back in the day.
I was gonna bring that up, and I did. Here we are.
Shout out to my boy Tommy Raynon, retired fighter right now, doing a personal training. Personal training's me.
So let's close out with this whole boxing.
You want to close out with the boxing?
Let's close out with some boxing, man.
Well, basically, I was a hustler, And my boy was self-managed. He was doing his own thing, and he brought me on board. He was like, "Yo, listen, I see a lot of these fighters getting sponsors and helping their career and bringing money to the table." He's like, "Yo, you know how to talk. You can talk that shit." So I was like, "All right." So he's like, "Come aboard." He's like, "You know what I'm saying? You can run my company." So I ran his company, his marketing company for him, and I was like his co-manager. He managed himself, but I was like his co-manager. We did some big things together, man. I got him a bunch of sponsors, brought a lot of money to the table for him. And with that being said, you get a lot of recognition, a lot of notoriety. And he fought some big fights. I mean, he fought at Madison Square Garden twice. He fought on HBO. He fought on Rock Nation for Jay-Z's first show at Madison Square Garden. We fought on ESPN. And we fought for Matchroom Boxing, all the major players. We did that for a couple of years together. He's my best friend. And congrats to him, man. He won 2 regional belts. He's a real winner, man. He's a real winner. He made some coin, bought himself a nice condo out in Long Island, paid for
Nice.
cash. You know what I'm saying? Big boy shit, you know?
Big boy
Boss.
Real big boy shit, you know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Retired, and now he's training people. But you know, I got him sponsors. I helped him sell tickets. We did some big things together, man. We traveled the world. It was fun. I mean, it's a cutthroat industry. That boxing industry, it's real cutthroat.
I gotta ask you this. Because we're talking about business. We're talking about bullshit.
I did that for like 6 years.
And the way I look at things, I don't know how everybody else does, but I'm telling you like this. I've been noticed a long time ago that this was gonna happen. If you look at boxers recently, right, and their shorts and their attire, there's a lot of promotion, there's a lot of different sponsors, there's a lot of different things involved. And this has been going on in the car racing industry for a long time.
That's right.
But what I noticed was that baseball, football, boxing are accepting it more now, right? And because we're talking
It's
boss,
free money.
we're talking boss and shit.
Yeah.
We're talking about marketing. We're talking about branding. We're talking about the value of your name, the value of your
right.
brand. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So when a boxer has their shorts labeled up with all these different
What a patch.
sponsors and patches,
Big money, man.
there's a lot of money involved.
Big money, bro.
Right?
Big money. I mean, you can get.
Mind you, that wasn't always a thing in boxing,
That wasn't a
but
thing
it was a
about
thing
it.
in car racing for a long time.
Yeah, but when I'm gonna have to say, you know, that era when I was working, when I was doing all that stuff, it really took off. Everybody was getting sponsors. You know, you're getting $5,000 just to put a hat on. You're getting 10 grand.
As soon as the fight is over, you're putting on the t-shirt.
You're getting 10 grand just to put a t-shirt on. You know what I'm saying? You're getting $500 to $1,000.
Black eye, bloody, sweaty, and everything. Yo, throw that t-shirt on, put the hat on, hurry up.
Just for a patch on your shorts. You know, a patch that just says a .com. You know, you get some big money, man. So, you know, a lot of these fighters coming up, they don't make no money, man. They don't make no money. So, you know, I'm grateful that my boy gave me an opportunity just to help him out, and it was fun, man. I mean, till this day, man, I get free tickets to go to fights. You know what I'm saying?
Boxing, this whole promotion, right? This whole idea.
You know, real. It's cool, man. It was real cool. It was a great time in my life. You know, I've moved on from it. You know, but I was a part of some really big fights, man. You know, Miguel Cotto's fought Yuri Foreman at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, man.
That was big, bro. My boy Tommy was on the undercard of that fight. That was a highlight of my career. We had a terrible night that night. We didn't get the W, but that was huge, man. We were walking through the new Yankee Stadium. It just got built, and Miguel Cotto fought Yuri Foreman on main event on HBO Boxing, and my boy was on the undercard. And I remember we walked into that building, and we was like, damn, bro, we made it, bro. That shit felt good, bro. That shit felt good.
Respect.
That shit felt good. But then again, You know what I'm saying? He had a great career. You know, he ended up getting to Madison Square Garden twice. You know, he fought at Madison Square Garden twice, and he headlined the theater at Madison Square Garden versus Dusty Hernandez on Jay-Z's Rock Nation card. Very first card, the very first boxing card that Jay-Z ever put on TV. That was my boy Tommy who fought on that card. It was a great night, man. It was a great night. It was big, you know. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. You know, I don't do it anymore. Them days is over. But it was a fun time. It was something I can actually look back and say, you know, my boy
What an experience.
My boy did some big things, man. I was a part of it. And I was grateful for the opportunity because it made me a better businessman too. You know, I learned how to talk to people. I learned how to negotiate with people, and I had no fear. You know, I knew that I had a fighter who was fighting some big fights or some big cars. I was like, yo, fuck you, pay us. You know what I'm saying? You want my boy to put your hat on? You gonna pay us? And they would be like, well, can we speak to him? I was like, no, you speak to me.
You see, it's exactly what I want them to hear.
You know, you speak to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm handling this. You know, and that's the way it was. And I'm like I said, I was grateful for the opportunity because that made me a better businessman. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot of things. In that industry, and you just take it on toward whatever the next thing is gonna be in your life. You know, and I took it on. I was doing insurance at that time, and it made me a better insurance businessman. You know. And here I am. I still write insurance to this day, bro. Like Monday through Thursday, I write insurance. And Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, I'm at my hall.
Yo, you be working on weekends? Okay.
Sundays is my day off, bro. I'm here with y'all.
Oh, so Saturdays you be working. All right.
I'm here with y'all, man.
The man takes days off on Sunday, but Saturday he's still on the clock.
Yeah,
Sundays is my day off, but I'm here with y'all.
my day
also.
off, man.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'll drop the price on a Friday just to keep my Sundays to myself, man.
Oh,
Boulevard Venue, ladies and
remember
gentlemen.
that. That's how you gonna get y'all to
Follow him on Instagram, Boulevard Venue, if you're looking to put a party
Come
together.
on Fridays, yo.
Please, get your man. If you are in the Queens area,
Come
in the
on
New York
Friday.
area, in the Richwood, in the
At Boulevard Venue, phone number is 516-721-5087. You can reach out for me. You can send me an email at boulevardvenue@gmail.com. Reach out to me.
Yo, Brett, say the number one more time just in case they ain't get it.
That number is 516-721-5087, and the email is boulevardvenue@gmail.com. I think I got me contact high here. I ain't smoke weed in years.
Yo, word? All right, but
I'm over here mumbling and
he
stumbling.
definitely got the contacts.
So guys, check it out. If let me try to sum this up, man.
It's a beautiful place.
You gotta have. It's a beautiful vibe. You gotta have a vision. You gotta have a plan.
Right.
You know, you gotta believe in your own network before you have a network. You are your network.
That's right.
I am my own network right now. I have nobody. Other than my friends here sharing this conversation, to support me right now, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Sales, marketing, networking, self-development. You know, you gotta be optimistic. You gotta say,
Not
this is what I
pessimistic,
want.
but optimistic. Not pessimistic.
But let me say this before we get out of here.
optimistic. That's the opposite.
Let me say this before we get out of here. If you want to open up a business, you better love what you do. Because if you're just doing it to make money, it ain't gonna work.
Love what you do and do what you like.
If you got a passion for something, if you really want to, whatever it is you want to do,
Love what you do.
whatever it is that you want to do,
like.
you gotta love it, bro. You gotta wake up and you gotta love what you do. Because if you don't love what you do, you're gonna fail.
and that's financial education.
What's the sense of getting up in the morning, man?
Do not chase money. Wake up, enjoy what you do. Because if you enjoy what you do, positive vibes and positive energy is gonna come to you. Things are gonna come to you. Business is gonna work itself out.
You think financial education is money? Financial education is what he just said. You know, it's not about working for the money.
Financial education
It's
is
about-
money
it's
because
about
most
loving
people.
what you
Don't
do.
chase paper, bro.
It's about loving what you do.
Love what you do, man.
It's funny because
Nah, most people don't know how to like financial education should be implemented in high schools and schools, because that's how you could probably teach these young folks to be entrepreneurs. Think about it.
I agree with that.
Think about it. Like,
You
let's
think
think
schools
about
teach
that.
you how to be an entrepreneur? Though?
Nah, no, for real though. Like, yo, like
Not at all.
a young dude
Let's be clear.
got something that he's passionate about, he like, but he don't know how to put it out there.
I'll tell you this: if there's a
Right?
young dude,
This is the idea.
well, check
Right.
this out. Well, check this out. If there's a young dude out there that
That's the
knows
idea.
what he wants to do, what he wants to open up, walk into any business and speak to the business owner. Ask him some questions.
There you go.
Ask him some questions, and I'm sure people 9 out of 10 times people will share knowledge with other people, man. If somebody walked up and said, "Yo, what is it gonna take to open up a hall?" I'm gonna say, I'm gonna help them out. I'm gonna tell them any question that you ask me, I'm gonna give you the full, honest answer. But if someone's out there that's looking at this and you want to open up a business, go find someone that owns that business that you want to open up and ask some questions, man.
That's the
Stop being,
alternative
don't
way.
be
of
scared,
going
man.
about
Get
it.
out there and go ask
But you
questions.
see how we
man.
was talking about
Educate
last
yourself.
episode was living life to the fullest, with a purpose, life to the fullest, right?
Right.
Well, this financial education for me, right,
For me,
led
too.
me to be like, all right, so
And learn to turn it off too.
right now,
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm gonna tell you in a minute. When I say learn to turn it off, you gotta separate yourself from work. You gotta go on vacations. You gotta shut the business down for maybe a week or a weekend and just get some mental health for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Separate yourself from your job, separate yourself from your business, and let your brain relax, man.
Can I ask you a question? Is that
I go on vacations.
that
I go
it?
on vacations
Hold on,
2 to 3 times a year.
Brett, is that when you can do that at a period when you are successful, but when you want to come up, can you shut your brain down, or you do that
You can.
when
can.
like
You can.
you can.
you can?
You can shut your brain down. You can shut your business. Shut
All
it
right,
down.
that's what
for
I
like-
want to know. That's what I
Shut it
wanna
down for a
know.
weekend. What's a weekend?
A
like?
weekend,
Shut it
yeah.
down for a weekend. Then get a little bit more
Okay.
successful. Now
A
you can
weekend?
go.
Okay.
Now you can go away for a week.
Okay.
You got to learn to separate yourself from work. I really do believe in mental
Absolutely.
health. I believe in mental health, and you got to be able. You got to feed your brain.
Mental
I
health
bring
is
it up, you
important,
did.
y'all.
But I will be tapping into that all the time because the barbershop is a place.
You know,
Therapy.
you can't just work. You got to learn to turn it off. You got to learn to turn it off. You got to turn the switch off. You got to separate yourself. You got to go away on vacation. I look at people that say, I ain't been on vacation in years. Yo, why? Why haven't you been on a vacation in years, bro? You got to give yourself some mental health, and you got to separate yourself from work, bro. You have to. You have to. If you stay on that wheel and you just over and over and over again, you're gonna be a miserable person, bro. You got. You gotta.
That's what you
step
call a
out.
hamster.
You gotta step out the realm.
Okay,
man.
so
That's on the
I agree.
list.
I agree with the idea of stepping
All
out.
the time.
Right? Stepping out is the objective for me. Right?
I invite you on vacation with me all the time.
and I don't travel as much like that. Right?
I invite you all the time.
Right. But the reason I bring this up because I know that some people are traveling out there, they get away. Are they using it like that? I don't know. But for me personally, I don't get away like that. So I do get away from my job.
There you go.
My job. I do. Like I tell people I work till 7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock, I don't want you to call me to ask me no questions about haircuts.
There you go.
Because I'm dividing what you just said, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
hold
dividing it
on.
away.
What about your homeboys though? Like niggas like
I don't
me?
want to talk to you either.
Oh shit, word?
No, nigga. Don't call me about no haircut.
I was
At
just
8
testing.
o'clock
Hold on.
for 30 years
Hold on, man.
of...
I was
you
just
know-
testing this dude right now because
No, I don't favor nobody,
I
bro.
was just testing him.
You know?
Now I know.
But the point
We've been
is...
everywhere. This pod. This
The
whole
point
episode
is,
been everywhere.
the point is that I divide my attention, and I'm not like saying that this is what I've been great at. I'm saying that I've been practicing ways to tap into things that make me feel good, to get myself away from my daily things. But the fact is this: I've been lucky. I've been very lucky. I've been blessed. Thank you. Thank goodness.
That's good, man.
I've been blessed to do and make money off the things that I love. I'm cutting hair and I make money off of it. I have got paid for selling music beats in the past. I would like to proceed selling music and beats now here in the present.
Find the time in your day to do that.
I'm also tapping into things like this podcast where I'm not getting paid no money, but it makes me feel good to share. Because now I'm bringing the barbershop to the streets. Like I said, if you follow me and you see the shows, what's going on, I'm bringing the barbershop to the streets. Since the pandemic, I don't get too many clients coming in here, and we having this large amount of conversations going on. But now I'm bringing this, and you get to talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's not right or wrong. It's your experience. It's your life.
Word.
It's my life. And it's the life that I've been living outside the camera. And I said this in the last podcast. Again, these are my clients, and we've been doing this way before the cameras. You know? So I'm just glad to be able now to share. I'm glad now that I can share it with everybody who's watching, so we can all learn something, whether it's one thing or another. You know? The business is the business. And if you want it, you go after it. And there's things out there now that's free. Unlike when we was kids. We had to go to libraries, and we spoke about that last episode also. You know, having to go to the library for this information. Today you just fucking type in some shit on YouTube and how to fucking build something, how to read, how to read. As simple as that.
Information is out there.
You know?
Man. Just gotta go and grab it.
Yeah. What do you want to do with your life? What are you waiting for?
What makes you happy, man?
What excuses are you gonna keep making?
Yo, God gave every single one of us a talent, man. God gave every single one of us a talent. You just gotta find what that is, and you gotta tap into it.
Facts.
Tap into that shit, man. And if you can make some money off of it, then you're successful.
I know a lot of people are scared out there. They got jobs.
People are scared. I know.
They scared to lose jobs.
I know.
You know, they got bills.
I'm not scared. I wasn't scared, bro. I was
scared to
I'm
lose.
glad. I'm glad everything happened to me in my life, bro. The way it worked out, the way it panned out, all the ups, all the downs. I love it all, bro. I love it all. You know, in 2020, the pandemic, you know, I was shut down for 365 days. Yeah. I learned from that. I learned from that, bro.
And being a boss and a businessman, you got to know how to just say, it is what it is, and move forward.
You figure it out, man.
Continue that belief in the system.
You don't wallow in pity. You know, every negative, every L is a lesson, man.
Yeah.
Every loss is a lesson.
Every L is a lesson.
You know?
A laugh, and it's also love.
All right.
You heard?
Yo,
There's a lot of good L's out there, man.
I want to thank you for inviting me on this thing, man.
I appreciate you, man.
I want to thank you for inviting me on this. You know, Rob, thank you. D2, thank you. You know, this was fun.
You already know.
I'll come back again.
We're gonna chop it up.
We'll do this again.
We're gonna chop it up.
We'll do this again.
It's not the last time.
We'll do this square.
It's the beginning of many.
But this was fun, man. I enjoyed myself.
Definitely, man. Appreciate everybody for checking us out.
No doubt.
If you're watching, thank you. I want to tell everybody, man, life is not easy. Continue in your journey. Try to forget about your fear factors and just aim at your goals, man. I know support systems are important. Don't make yourself a victim. Don't cut yourself out. You heard?
Don't sell yourself short.
Word, man. Cut the bullshit. TTB.
Word up.
You heard?
Yo, lose from the L's, man. Peep the silver linings at the same time.
If you want to think about an L, man, think about love. Think about ladies. Think about laughs. You know what I'm saying?
Silver linings.
Those are the L's you gotta think about, man.
L for love, though. But I'm talking about that L. Peep the silver linings, though. Now, some shit
Let's cook the barber. I want to thank Mr. Brent for coming out tonight.
Pleasure.
You heard? Follow him on Instagram, Boulevard Pendings. Set up your man Roddy over here. You can check him out on Instagram. Follow us on the gram if you like us. Subscribe.
Yes. Roddy. Feet on water, man.
For all the people out there trying to be bosses. Just do it, man. Come on, you heard?
Uh-oh.
Mama, you already know.
Hit the subscribe button too.
Hit the subscribe. Hit the subscribe.
So it's been real, fellas. Thank you. All right.
Man, we vibing. We out of here.
All right.
Till next time, yo.
CTB, cut the bullshit. You already know. Bullshit. Own your shit, man.